Hi, Beach Point friends. I am so happy to be back with you today for another story time during Easter week. Today we are talking about the idea that Jesus is the Word. This means that He speaks to us. Today we're going to look at a story about two women in the Bible, two of Jesus's friends. One who knew what was very important in life, and one who was concerned with some not so very important things. You see, one of these women understood that Jesus was ready to speak to her, and the other was busy trying to do things and didn't hear what Jesus was trying to say. It's the story of Mary and Martha. And today in our I Am book, we're going to read the chapter called The Most Important Thing. Here we go. From Luke chapter 10. In the village of Bethany lived two sisters, Mary and Martha, and their brother Lazarus. Martha saw Jesus walking through the village with his disciples. "Please come to our house and visit with us," Martha said. And Jesus agreed. "Welcome, Jesus," Martha said when Jesus arrived. "Come in and sit for a while." Jesus made himself comfortable in the living room. Martha ran to the kitchen and she began to make dinner, but Mary came in and she sat on the floor near Jesus. Oh, how she loved hearing Jesus teach about God. She listened to every word that he said. In the kitchen, Martha heated the oven, she chopped some vegetables, she stirred the sauce for the meat, she mixed the flour and the oil for bread, and she rolled and kneaded the dough until it was ready to bake. This dinner was very important. Everything had to be just right for Jesus. Would everything be ready on time? Martha was getting worried. Where in the world was her sister Mary, and why wasn't Mary helping her? Martha wiped her hands on a towel and she went to look for Mary. She wasn't outside. She wasn't doing laundry. She wasn't taking a nap. Oh, there she was. Mary was sitting on the floor, not doing anything and just listening to Jesus. Martha thought, I'll ask Jesus what he thinks about that. Martha stomped into the living room. "Jesus," she said, "I have a lot of cooking and serving to do. Don't you care that my sister isn't working with me in the kitchen? Tell her to come and help me." Jesus looked at Martha and smiled. "Oh, Martha, Martha," he said, "you're so worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is necessary, and that is what Mary has chosen. She's chosen the good thing, listening to me, and that will never be taken away from her." So, what does it mean? Words, words, words. Words are everywhere. Most grown-ups speak 16,000 words every day. We talk to our friends, we hear words on TV, we hear words on the radio, we hear words in books and on apps. I'm speaking words to you right now. Some words are very important to say and to hear, words like I love you, can I help you, and I'm sorry. But the most important words of all are the ones that are God's words. When Mary listened to Jesus, she was listening to God's words. We listen to Jesus, the Word, when we read the Bible. Listening to Jesus is the most important thing that we will ever do. You see, friends, Jesus is the Word. He is God speaking to us, God showing his love to us. Jesus is love. He came to earth to be with us, to die on a cross, to take away our sins so that we could be with God now and forever. I have some questions for you and your family to talk together about today. Are you ready? Question number 1. Why do you think that Jesus is the most important thing? Question number 2. Did you know that Jesus talks to us today? Since he isn't here walking around on earth with us, what are some ways that he speaks to us? And question number 3. Jesus is the Word, God's words that tell us that he loves us. Where can you find God's words? What book? Should be an easy one for you to answer. And don't forget to check out our daily challenge, an activity for you and your family to do together. All right, friends, it's almost Easter. See you soon.